Welcome to how to create ad hoc filters for candidates and requisitions. Let's get started. So if we access here the requisition tab, we can see the full list of our requisitions. We notice that there's columns such as location, department that are in there, the status, but we have nothing that allows us to filter on these requisitions. So for example, if you want requisitions just for a specific location. So what we can do here is we can create filters that show up on the top of this list view. How do we go about doing that? First, we need to go to Administration, Customize Recruit, and we will go into our list view. Now, this is for requisitions, and it's the Requisition tab. So we will go to the Requisition tab here, List View, and we're going to simply click on Edit. Here, if we want, we can enter any filters, but for the purpose of this exercise, we're not going to add any filters. And here we can see that we can apply a list view to the search page layout. So we're just going to use the search requisition one, click on Next, and we're just going to click on Save. Now, if we go back to the requisition tab, we can see here that the search page is displaying with hints, and you have different fields in which you want to filter out the information. Now, as you can see here, the search takes a lot of real estate on the page. So you might want to not have all these fields. You might just want to have a couple of fields such as location and department in order to filter on your requisitions. So in order to modify what you see here, we can go to Administration, Customize Recruit, and this time we're going to go to Page Layouts. And we're going to go to the requisition section, and here is what we selected, which was a search requisition. Now, there's two things you can do. The search requisition is the out-of-the-box format, so we can keep it as is and modify that one, or we can, from the drop down here, add a version and create a new version that you can, because you can have different search pages, whether it be for recruiters, hiring managers, and so on and so forth. So we're just going to click on Edit for the search requisition one. And this is all the information that we just saw that's displayed. Now, what I would suggest is instead of removing everything that you don't want, I would suggest hiding it in case that you want to use it for for later use. And instead of having to re-add it, you can just unhide it. So we're just going to go ahead and hide the hints. We're going to hide the fields that we're not going to use. So we're just going to keep location and department. So let's just hide everything else here on this page. And as mentioned, the preferable approach might be cloning it and removing it, but no, that's entirely up to you. So let's just hide this field here, hide that. Now we're going to keep location, hide that. Let's keep status in there in case we want to filter on different requisition statuses. And we're going to hide that. Now, let's just go ahead and add department. So we're just going to insert by field. So any fields you want to insert, you can do that as well. So it can be custom fields or it can be standard fields. We're going to click on Save. So now we have our department, we have our status, and we have our locations. If ever you need, you can reorder these in the format that you want. Now we're just going to go ahead and click on Save. Now, if we go back to the Requisition tab, so as you can see, our search is a lot more broken down. It takes a lot less real estate, and it's really to the point of what we want to search on. So for example, here we see departments of business development. So we can select business development, refresh the list. And as we see, only requisitions with that department is returned. So that's how you would go about to add a search page on your list view. And we can do the same thing for candidates. So if we look at candidates here, there's no search. So we can really use the same procedures by going to Customize Recruit. First, we're going to go to the list view. This time we're in the candidate list view. So we're going to look at the candidates tab. So we're going to click on Edit on that. Once again, you can add filters or you can add the search page. We're going to add the search candidate. Click on Save. So now when we go to the candidates tab, we see the search for the candidate. And once again, you can go to administration, customize recruit. We can go to the page layouts. And the one we have is the search candidate. So we can click on edit here. We can hide, unhide, whichever fields that we want or don't want, or we can clone it to add a different version. So I hope this video was helpful to you on how to create filters for your requisition and candidate page. Note that that format works across the board for any tab that you have in which you want to create filters for. Have a great day.